Alright, you little tinkers, I'm Toastbloke. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something that we've been wanting to do for the last 3 episodes of our Prehistoric Kingdom playthrough, and the game just hasn't let us because it's a bit of a knob. But yeah, let's get cracking. I don't want to waste too much time talking about the previous enclosure. All you need to know is that we had to take a step backwards to take a step forward because the game said we had 3 stars, but really we're a smidgen off, and so we weren't able to introduce the T-Rex into our park when we planned to. But today's the day, so let's head over to excavations and let's get excavating. T-Rex. Right, there's 3 different types. Alright, but a bit bland. Maybe a bit too much. I like those colours. I seem to like the cooler colours on the dinosaurs, so let's go for the cooler toned dinosaur and get this T-Rex into our passable park, the park we're trying to build. Where is the nursery? There it is. Right, we'll open it up and let's get the T-Rex right in. Whoa, this is actually a feathered boy. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was just planning on colours, but that looks real cool. That's sick. This bad boy's got feathers. Yeah, happy days. It also needs 14k meters squared. Doesn't like friends and family. And it needs a 4 meter high fence that's got a strength of 3. No problem. It's doing us dirty on the biomes a little bit. I think we might be going coastal to try and blend things in. And everything else we're happy with. So let's head over to our carnivore area, which is just over here. Alright, I'm guessing we're just going to work in this area. So let's pop them down and let's do the usual little trick, although I think it should be done, of just flattening off the area and making sure it's going to be lovely and level for our dinosaurs. Normally I would just fast forward through this, but I don't think this is a really big, bad or difficult job to do right now. So yeah, you're gonna watch us do it in real time today. Look at that. Oh yeah, wasn't that enthralling? Yeah, sorry as well if you get like a puppy butt in your face at any point. But my puppy's decided she's going to sit on the chair and look out the window today, which is fine. Let's pause the game, make sure we keep daylight, and think about what we're going to do. Something I've been noticing is, we've noticed it from the off because my first enclosure was square, and it kind of ruined any interesting shapes going forward in regards to our enclosures. And I'm back at that problem again. I've got this right angle here and we need to do something with it. So I'm thinking of maybe creating like an angle across here with paths and putting some flower beds around it or something at some point. So I'm going to do that because I feel like that'll add a nice angle and I guess a bit of a viewing area. Should we change the path up as well? What do these look like? I don't actually know. What's that? Boring. Boring. I like that. Let's use that. So yeah, I'm just gonna just run an angle across. Do I curve it or just get an angle? Why is that showing through? We'll just go for an angle for starters. Does it need to be like a perfect angle? That looks alright to me. I don't know why I'm getting that little artifact there of the is that just because the game's in early access and the paths want to overlap and be weird? I don't know. That'll do, isn't it? Oh, I really don't like. Can I cover that up? Nah. Can I do it like that? Will it get rid of it? Nah, we're just going to have this little piece of grass showing through because nobody knows why. Lovely. So we've got a bit of an angle there. I think that's going to give us some shape to work with. And I want buildings again. I really liked what we did in the last episode where we tried putting the dinosaurs in a building. So I want to try and do that again, but obviously something bigger because these are bigger creatures. We're going to have to figure this out. Let's jump straight into modular building then. And do we go for like a circle building? Because we did a square building last time. I think that would make sense, wouldn't it? I'm going to get the concrete because I like to start off with that as a base. And let's plan this out. I'm going to do 10 squares because that always seems nice. And if I remember, we have to do what we do on one side and repeat it on the other side so that when we rotate this, we get a nice circular building. So walls. I'm going to keep them on the inside despite me hating that the textures overlap. Overlap. These are going to be quite high, aren't they? How's that height-wise? It's not too bad. I think I'm going to go up one more wall. Or, if I go up 2 half walls, I might do that, because then that gives us the option to play about with changing different parts into, say, glass or other materials, which I think would be good. Oh, look at us getting fancy. I'm then going to want a roof, aren't I? It's a circular. I'm not doing a dome, by the looks of things. It's a bit late for a dome now. Wasn't planning on doing a dome. So who cares? We'll go for the roof we've been using all the way around the park, the same angle. And yeah, we'll just try and create something that looks, I guess, like it's going to make a circle. Make a sphere. I like that. I wonder if should I try and create like a, what if I do this? I don't know if this will work. Which way are my roof tiles? That way. I'm wondering if I can do that and then go up and have a bit. Oh no, I won't like that. Let's get rid of those 2 bits. I'm just going to go up straight away. I want the half wall again. Half wall. Get to the top. Get to the top, Sonny Jim. There we go. Because I'm imagining that would be cool if you had like a glass window. Because you've got to imagine this as a circle, haven't you? You'd have a little window or different material going around there. And then back to the roof. And bringing that up to where it needs to be. And then, will I just look up again? Feels a bit much, that, doesn't it? I think I'll stop that there, which means we're going to want to roof across here. And I wonder what will happen. Will that make a little glass circle, let's say, if we change that? I'm just thinking about materials and what is possible here. I like to try and get everything done how I'm going to want it, like from the off. Because then when you rotate, everything's right. So I'm going to... 2 seems to be the answer there. 3's too much. Am I going to have to freehand this? I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, we're going to have to freehand this. I also need to make some adjustments, so bear with us. I'll be right back once I feel like I've got this prepped correctly. Yep, we're getting that to close. The windows are closed up top. Right, that's spot on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this now while I'm on it, when I think about it. Get this looking how I might want it. So, white walls. Let's bang another window in here. I think it's nice. Get some light in. Makes the building look a bit more interesting. Yeah, that's cool. And the floor, although we're probably not going to keep this floor. This was just for spacing things out. In the other buildings is this one, I believe. So, just for now, we'll keep that. The roof as well, I don't know if I'm going to like... If the roof goes that way, it's going to cause problems, isn't it? So maybe I'll leave this roof. We have used this roof at points. I think we're going to have to. Lovely. Right, I'm going to go through the process of making this into a building. Now that is done, but because I've free-handed it, you get that weird little one at the end. That's going to have to stay like that for now. I feel like the floor is just going to be a nuisance. So, wow, yeah, wow, look at that movement. Let me get rid of the floor. I'll be back with you. Now, in doing that, I have just noticed this sick pattern on the floor, and I'm hoping that's because the glass is intersected in such a weird way above that we've got a sick little light in the top. Whoa. That is mental. That is actually such a cool roof feature. I'm loving it. I'm not enjoying all of this. What on earth is that doing? Maybe we need to look into a way of fixing that. But it's not important right now. A quick material change will probably solve the problem. But yeah, I think that's our building sorted now. Is it big enough? I'm wondering if we do 2 of these buildings. That's going to be easy, innit? Because I just have to, like, duplicate. And do we have them separate, or do we intersect them? What happens if I intersect them? Can I lower it down? Maybe I want to be in the group, because then, if I duplicate it, select all, duplicate, it should be on the same grid. And I should be able to lower that without, yeah, that's cool. Do I intersect them like that? Kind of makes sense, I think, to do that. And yeah, look, they line up with the walls as I think they should. Maybe a little less, maybe that's better. That's not enough. We'll do that. I don't know why, we're just going to. Because I've done that, I think I've got a little bit of fixing up to do. So yeah, I'm going to jump inside here and I guess open these up into one building. They are intersected. I guess I have to leave those outer little bits of wall. Anything that would be shown on the outside, like that goes through that window, so does that. Can't get rid of them then. But I should be able to get rid of... Whoopsie daisy, didn't want rid of that. Let's undo, it's going to be easier to put it back like that. Right, there we go. I think that's kind of how that has to work. Can't really get rid of them, can I? Whoa, I can't. Oh, wow. That's pretty mental then. We'll have to hide that with something, maybe some scenery. See what we can do. But, technically, we have a building there. Now we've got to work out what's going to happen in regards to guests getting in, the dinosaurs getting in, and where it's going to go. So I'm wanting to create some interesting shapes on it around this square area. That's got a curve up there and probably floor something. I'm wondering if we flew a path down here, keep this the weird shape, maybe, let's just think. I'm wondering if getting, what if that went around the corner? Let's say we do it like that. So it goes bigger on the outside, goes down smaller, and then drops down into a pit. I think that's going to make sense. I also want to know why this building's now flying. That I don't quite understand. Maybe this terrain isn't level after all. I thought it was. That's better. We're gonna need a building. Like, am I gonna want the guests to be able to go in here? Because if the dinosaurs are in there, I could like section off some bits in here for guests to walk around, but they're gonna need some sort of room themselves, aren't they? Right, I'm liking the idea of this being on the corner. I really am. So I'm gonna have to figure out how a building can come off here for starters. If we can get a building off here and it makes sense, then I think we might put this around the corner. So let's stick with the materials we've got. So I'm going to want to look for points on it where this marries into the building nicely. There's one. There's that one there. It's that's the place we have to bring the building out of that side. And am I wanting the building to come out of here? There's a point there. Is that the best point there? It looks like it is. Maybe this building's going to be a bit bigger than I was planning on. Let's go with it. And let's hope that is genius. I'm going to get the roof on this. It's going to be simple. I'm just going to do a flat roof lower down and put the border around like we have on all the other buildings for the flat roofs. So give us 5. Right, we're done, and it kind of works. Kind of looks a little bit weird. We got an issue with some of the roof tiles having to go into the enclosure. I'm hoping we can hide that again with scenery, and I'm not liking how this here is glass between those two pieces. I think that doesn't make sense. So we're gonna do that. Guess that fixes a problem. It's making us want to put like posts earlier. I feel like it would have been nice to maybe be able to get some at certain points around the building where I think it makes sense. But that's all going to have to be freehand, I think. So like, I think one there would potentially make sense. Scale it up. Just to, you know, make it look like there's a reason why the wall's starting and ending there. And a duplicated, because no doubt I'm going to need one around here. So I don't like how that meets up either. So we'll just put that one there and change that to the stone. I feel like that makes sense because that's level with that building, and it gives a glass a starting and ending point. So I'm much happier with that already. I think that's looking good. We haven't put any windows or doors or anything down here, which is something I should have considered. Whoops. I guess I will work on that. And I'm going to move this now right up to this... What the hell? Right up to this corner if I can. Feels a bit close, to be fair. I wonder what I could do with paths and things if I created a section. Let's get the path we had earlier. It's this one, I think. And we're going to create something around this, I think. Right, and we're going to have to work out a way out of blending that. I guess I'm going to continue with the path, actually. I guess this is going to be all red path. I'm going to work around the building, maybe around the back, and then somehow make something squiggly up to here, and then we'll have to put the dinosaur fence in and test for size for the enclosure. Right, so I've just mapped something out roughly using a different path. I wonder if some of it should be grey, but I've just realised there's a replace path tool because I accidentally put the wrong path down at the start. If you noticed, hey, have a point. Don't know what the point is or what it's for. I want to continue now with marking out the enclosure boundary with a wall, and we'll see how that ends. I'm just going to use the untagged wall, the habitat marker for now. Because you can just replace them with what you want, when you want, and you get going. So, yeah, let's have a look and see what we can pull off. Right, it's a moment of truth. We've got this marked out. We've got the dinos in.
There it is.
Oh, Nigel.
The one and only king of the tyrant lizards.
Such a cool
Tyrannosaurus
name.
is
I
as
had a cool
big
name
as
like
the
that.
movies, and
Instead,
yet somehow
get
even
toast.
scarier.
Toastbloke.
T-Rex has the most powerful bite force of any land animal on the planet. And if those massive jaws weren't threatening enough, you know it could swallow you and me both in one go.
Wow, you'd like that,
this
Nigel.
This is a creature of pure instinct. So let's hope it doesn't try to take back its kingdom anytime soon.
Nigel, word on the street is a mouse could swallow you whole. That's what I heard. Jokes, jokes, jokes. Bless him. I'm sure Nigel's a big boy. Right, anyway, let's have a look. Have a look at this. Right. No, I need to click the dino. That's why Nigel started chatting. Habitat. Ooh, we've got plenty of room, but it's still no good for exhibit crowding. It's not happy. They're not happy. Right then, we're going to have to do some sort of fix. We can either pull this up and around here a bit more, which might be the best fix, to be honest with you. I think that might be it. It's going to be easier instead of messing around with the buildings. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Give me a few moments. Is that it? Yes, green, good, 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 good. We're on we're just in. This is just big enough. We now need to work the path around the outside. I find it really hard to run paths around fences, so I think we'll do a rough pass with the path, then delete the fence, and then put that right up against the path. Does that make sense? Just bear with us. Spot on. I think that is going to be much, much better. I'm just going to check the dinos are still happy. Yeah, happy days. Good stuff. We are ready to start making this enclosure look a little more something like an enclosure. But the main thing is we've got an interesting shape out of a square area. Chuffed. I guess we need to hollow out the pit. So let's hollow out the pit. We want these dinos to be lowered down. We just seem to like that. Seems to look good, feel good. Seems to be the theme everywhere else. Can I grab a sample, shall we say, from here? Just come across. Oh no, that's lower terrain. God damn it, that's not the tool I want. Try again. Bring that across. There we go, lovely. And because our fence is in place, it should be possible to just, fill this all in, so I'm going to do that. And then we should be able to create a nice smooth drop with this, I believe. Just around this part. Something we haven't got in any other enclosure, so I guess that's a nice touch. So a bit different. Create a different feel. Slope down from the building. Some of these bits I'm going to have to just fix. Hang on. Do what I want you to do in this game. So these bits I'm just going to have to force to be a little bit less delicate, because that's how I want them. I want them a little rough. Looks like that's coming right up to there. Looks like it's got to slope down like that. far as I'm aware, that should be quite a nice slope. Yeah, looking good. I'm happy with this. Yeah, we have the buildings built. We have the area marked out. We have it fenced. And we have it dropped. Anyway, I am going to call that there for this episode. I know it's a nightmare, guys. I have only done the basis of setting out the enclosure, but it's going to be too long to finish this off all in one episode, so we're going to call that there, and I will be back with you next week, and we'll get this done. It's going to look sick. Fingers crossed at least. But yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, but I'd appreciate it even more if you would like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let us know what you think about the video in the comments below. It'd be lovely to hear from you. And yeah, if you want to be extra kind, why not give the video a share so your friends or family can see it, and that'll help me out big style, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much again for watching. You take care. I will catch you later. Cheerio.